As the National Safety Council celebrates its 100th year of promoting safety, we're celebrating June as the official National Safety Month. And here to share how to ensure you're protecting your family this summer is lifestyle mom Dana Hilmer. Welcome, Dana.
Thank you for having me on.
Now tell us about National Safety Month.
National Safety Month is a month that's dedicated to educating individuals and organizations about some common safety hazards. And an awful lot of accidents, things that are, quite frankly, very dangerous can be avoided. And their goal is to educate consumers, individuals, organizations about these hazards. This year, they're focusing a lot on driving and summer safety, and that's what I'd love to talk about.
Yeah, now what are some important summer driving safety tips? I know a lot of people, including myself, I'll be up and down the highway pretty much all summer. What are some important summer driving safety tips that you can pass along?
Yeah, absolutely. Very, very important. And on behalf of some companies I'm working with, I do have some great tips to share with you on driving safety. It's funny, I think a lot of things the tips are relatively obvious, but a lot of people don't do them. So I want to remind people to, of course, be buckled up, to have your children in appropriate car seats, and also to have your car seat checked. You can go oftentimes to a police station, have them check the car seat and make sure it's put in properly, because they actually are pretty difficult to install. So take that next step if you can. Also, no talking on the cell phone unless you have a handheld device. I'm sure, Tessa, you probably see people all the time chatting on the cell phone, and it's just not safe. And of course, no texting while driving. And again, obvious, but I see people doing it, and it's very scary. So keep those things in mind. Also, of course, make sure your car is in optimal driving condition. So have your maintenance checks, make sure your oil is changed, make sure you have windshield wiper fluid, that your tires are at the appropriate pressure. And this is often overlooked, and it's very important. You want your tires to be at the appropriate pressure, not only for safety reasons, but also for fuel efficiency reasons as well. And if you do need a new tire, I'd like to recommend one that's recently put out by Hankook. It's called the Ventus S1 Noble 2 tire. Kind of a tongue twister, but it's the Ventus S1 Noble 2. It's an ultra high performance tire and performs beautifully and brakes wonderfully on both wet and dry conditions, which of course is key for safety. It's also an all-season tire, so I love the fact that you don't need to swap it out during winter and summer months. And it has what they call low rolling resistance. What that means is it's more eco-friendly, and for you as a consumer, it means that you no longer need to pay as much money at the pump. So a great thing to keep in mind. And just some basic summer tips I'd love to share with you. Ideas like, of course, having sunscreen, staying hydrated, super important, especially for kids, and using bug spray. And if you're entertaining this summer, if you're going on picnics, make sure you have your food nice and cool. Foodborne illnesses happen very, very quickly during the summer months. And of course, if you have dogs around, make sure that you've got the food that is appropriate for them, that is formulated specifically for their needs. Wellness Brand has got a small breed line of food, and it's for all those small little dogs. They have 2 new recipes, one for toy dogs and one for seniors. And what I love is it's grain-free, high protein, and easy to digest. So great thing to have in mind. And of course, if you are vacationing, crooks are on the lookout. They want to see who's here, who's not. You want to make sure your home is secure. Of course, kids too may need to come in and out as well. So make sure you've got a key that is accessible and safe. Masterlock has got a safe space lockbox. Again, great place to put your key, and all sorts of different models that you can choose from.
All right, Dana, thank you so much. Such great information, and we're going to try to take heed to all of them. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Great. Thank you very much, and have a great, healthy, safe summer. Take care.
You too. Thank you very much. More coming up after the break, so stay with us.